so many chefs are in my apartment and they all are kissing. Can you tell I get overwhelmed easily? Is that evident? Is that evident for you to see? Hello! Welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for being here. That was super sweet of you. I'm giving you very teal turquoise vibes today. I went all in with the teal and turquoise. I got my little Alley Joy Jewelry turquoise sun earrings on. I got my cool Champion sweatshirt, which, fun fact about this sweatshirt, I bought this sweatshirt on Amazon. I know, terrible, but I was like, a Champion sweatshirt that is like literally the perfect crop, like meets like right at my little hippie hips here, and it was only $14. And then I bought it and I got it, and then I went back to look and see if I could order another color. $65. I don't know what happened. I don't know if it was a fluke that I got it for this price, but I'm freaking thrilled I got it for this price. But that's not what this video is about. You did not click on this video to hear about the special deal that I got in the sweatshirt that doesn't exist anymore. No, you clicked on this video because you, like me, have an interest in my single shadow wish list. So on Monday I uploaded a video talking about how I'm going on a low buy. I talked about the details of it, my rules, so definitely go check that video out if you haven't seen it yet. But in that video I mentioned that I wanted to make more wish list style videos where I talk about a bunch of things that I want, and it doesn't necessarily mean that I'm gonna buy them. But today I'm gonna be talking about my single shadows wish list, which I am more likely to buy because I'm at the point, I got 13 eyeshadow palettes, and that's, you know, they're starting to get repetitive, and as much as I want all of these beautiful new eyeshadow palettes that have been being released, I've kind of realized that I own most of the colors in them. So I want to start picking up some single shadows to, you know, make my collection a little more well-rounded. Most of the ones I'm gonna talk about today are multichromes. So yeah, this should be a good, wholesome, fun time. They're all from indie brands too. So if you're a fan of indie makeup and if you're a fan of multichrome eyeshadows, then I encourage you to please subscribe and keep on watching because the video is coming at you right now. Look who it is! It's Bert! Mother and son, best pals forever, together till the end of time. Oh. Okay. Alright, so I have a lovely list of brands here that I want to talk about today. As I mentioned in my intro, they're all indie brands. You already know what time it is. Ooh, let me scooch over so I can put pictures on the screen. I'll be putting them right here in case you were wondering where to look. Look over here. So the first brand I want to talk about is Cleona, which I've been told is how you say it. Somebody corrected me in another video I talked about it, which if I ever say something wrong, please correct me. I never want to mispronounce things, and I try to do my research beforehand, but honestly sometimes I can be a little bit of a scatterbrain and I forget. So Cleona, I believe is how you say it, and oh my goodness, I want everything from Cleona. If I'm being honest, I want every single thing. I want the whole stained glass collection, but I cannot fathom a universe in which I could afford that. But you know what? Let me manifest real quick. One day I will be able to afford all of the stained glass collection from Cleona, and I will wear them all and it'll be beautiful. Alright, thank you for letting me manifest real quick, but for now I'm gonna single out a few shades that are like really beautiful that are at the top of my wish list. And the first one I want to talk about is Beaute. Beaute is like this beautiful green purple duochrome, which I don't always necessarily think of these two shades of green and purple together, but it's freaking beautiful, and I want to put it all over my face, and I feel like I have a good amount of green shadows right now that this would really complement those, you know? I want to get some more purple mattes in my collection. I have a lot of pastel and like pinky purples right now, but I want to get some more cool tone purples. I didn't include any mattes in this video because honestly matte shadows are boring to me. They're boring to talk about, I should say, at least for me. But if you want to recommend any beautiful matte purple shadows, I am in the market for them. But for now, like, come on, this is so beautiful. It would totally complement my Ace Beaute Oceanic palette. Oh my gosh, let me grab it. Like, can you imagine this shade in conjunction with this palette? I would be, what do you call it? Flexing on these girls. Like, I would be absolutely flexing on everybody. No, I wouldn't be flexing. I would be telling everybody what I'm wearing so they could buy it too, and we could all be flexing on each other. Okay, so the next shade from Cleona I want to talk about is the shade Anneal. I keep wanting to say annual because my handwriting is bad, but Anneal is kind of similar to Beaute. Honestly, I'm between the two of these. I feel like even if you look at one swatch after the other, it's like, how different are they? So I wanted to throw this one in there to ask any Cleona stans out there, any anybody that's purchased from them before, which one should I get out of the two of these? If you had to choose between these two, which one do you think is prettier? I know, we'll go back and forth real quick. Okay, so you have Beaute, right? Beautiful, phenomenal. So many chefs are in my apartment and they all are kissing. And then you have Anomaly, which also, the chefs are kissing, the bakers are kissing, the patissier is kissing. What's a patissier? I think that's like a pastry chef, right? Cool, glad we talked about it. So let me flip them real quick. Beaute, Anomaly, Beaute, Anomaly. Which one's better? I don't know. Leave your answer in the comments down below because I want them both, but obviously I wouldn't get both of them because they're a little too similar for me. Let's move on to the shade Ciel. Ciel, don't know how to say it, so sorry. This is like what I would call a Cinderella color because it's like this beautiful blue, like baby blue, but with like a gold undertone to it. Undertone's probably the wrong word, but it's like blue with gold tones to it. And I think that's really unique because I feel like a lot of times with a baby blue like that, they tend to be a little more icy, which don't get it wrong. I love an icy blue, but I just think there's something so unique about a gold toned baby blue shade, you know? I feel like this is another one that would look great with the Beaute Oceanic palette. It would also go well with my Midas Cosmetics Flower Bomb palette. This is how I'm trying to think about these single shadows, okay? I don't just want to buy things because they're beautiful. I have to think about how they will complement my collection. I feel like that baby blue would go nice with these shades a lot and that glitter. Oh my goodness, I just feel like it would really add a lot to my collection and I would like to have it a lot. Okay, and the last shade from Cleona. I don't know why I'm talking like this. I feel like, I don't know. I feel like Julie Andrews in The Princess Diaries. But the last shade from Cleona is the shade Glazed. Glazed is this beautiful purple, gold, wet, crystal, otherworldly kind of a shade. And I want to put it all over my face. And that's really all I have to say about it. But I will say a little bit more. This is a shade that is so reflective and so unique. It made my heart skip a beat when I saw it. I mean, that's how I feel like you really know you found a good shade, you know, when you see it and you're like, what are the words to describe this shade? I don't have any because that's how indescribable and beautiful it is. And I feel like that is the shade Glazed. And I love purple, I love gold, I love shiny things, I love things that look like they're from outer space, and this has all of those things. So Glazed is definitely a shade from Cleona that I have at the top of my wish list. If you have any recommendations for shades from Cleona that you really like, I would love to hear them because this is a pattern with single shadows for me, and it's the reason I don't own a lot of single shadows because I get so overwhelmed by choice that I just choose nothing. You know, that's the appeal of palettes, is like somebody's already curated it for you. You don't have to think too hard about it. You're just like, okay, do I like this color story or do I not? And then you buy it or you don't. Look, it's Bird. Hi, Bird. But yeah, I definitely feel a little more pressure when it comes to single shadows because I want to pick the right ones. You know, I'm a Virgo. I always want to get the right answer. And I know there is no right answer because it's just whatever I like. But can you tell I get overwhelmed easily? Is that evident? Is that evident for you to see? But yeah, leave me all your recommendations for beautiful Cleona shadows down below because they are at the top of my wish list. Okay, now let's move on to Divina single shadows. And when I don't know what video it was, but I was asking people for recommendations for multichromes, and so many people said Divina. They said it's really expensive, but Divina, and you're right, they are expensive, but oh my god, are they beautiful. And they just had a sale the other day, and I was confused because I thought it was like a sale, but I guess it was just like their shop reopening. So everything was full price still. I don't know, maybe I missed it, maybe I misunderstood it, but I got a lot from Divina on my wish list. Oh, and the reason so many of these shades are on my wish list is because Theresa is dead just uploaded a video talking about her favorite shadows from Divina and reviewing their multichromes. So I'll link that video down below because she gave incredible recommendations and I got a few of these from there. The first one is Australis. This one I believe is the shade that Theresa compared to that transformative shade from that one Pat McGrath palette. I don't remember which one. I'll put it on the screen. You know that palette that has the beautiful greeny pink multichrome? Oh, it's so pretty. Theresa compared Australis to that shade in the Pat McGrath palette, which I have been, you know, oogling and ogling for years. So I definitely can see myself wanting to get this. And I don't really know what I would match with my personal collection to this. I don't know. This is a shade I could just see putting like all over my lid and having that be like the look, you know? Maybe put like a black base under it. Maybe I'd do like a big like graphic black base and then put it over it. I got butterflies. I got absolute butterflies thinking about it because it's just such a pretty shade and I want it so bad. Okay, so another shade I want from Divina is Polaris. And Polaris is my teal purple dream. If you guys couldn't tell, I like the color teal. And I also love the color purple. So the fact that this is like a teal to purple to pink multichrome is like, this is what the inside of my brain looks like. That's not true. The inside of my brain, if you're a returning subscriber, you know, is the Keebler Elves treehouse, and they're constantly baking the cookies and sometimes they burn them and it's always very chaotic, but the walls are this color. The walls are the multichrome Polaris, teal to purple to pink multichrome is painted on the walls of my Keebler Elves treehouse brain. Great, just bringing you in further, giving you more details on what my brain looks like. But Polaris it's just so beautiful. I mean, do I need to say more? This is one that I would also wear as a one and done, but I have some beautiful teal shadows. Like I'm wearing a nice teal shadow today that I feel like this would go really good with. Oh my God, can you imagine if I just had like the outer part of the eyeshadow and then on the inside it was Polaris? That would take this look from a 100 to a 1000 because it would be so beautiful. So Polaris, also at the top of my wish list. Then we got Magnetosphere, which is like a purple, bluey purple to pinky to kind of goldy multichrome. I mean, it's like, I don't even know what to say about these because they're just so beautiful, and I feel like the proof is in the pudding, which is in the picture, and you can see it's beautiful. And you already know I love purple, you already know I love pink, you already know I love blue. Like, these are my colors, and I just think the Divina multichromes look so special. Like, I want all of them, frankly. So if you have any other recommendations, I might want a green one too, although there's some greens and some other brands I'm gonna talk about. But Divina is definitely a brand I wanna get some multichromes from because they just look so special. I love special shades. But yeah, Divina is definitely an indie makeup brand that is at the top of my wish list when it comes to their single shadows and multichromes. Buzzwords, buzzwords, buzzwords. Great. Oh my goodness, I put a lot on my list to talk about today. Okay, next up we have Sydney Grace, which a subscriber of mine recommended that on my last video, saying I should check out Sydney Grace shadows. So I did immediately. If you ever give me a recommendation, I look it up immediately. I love hearing from you guys. I love getting your recommendations. No one has ever given me a bad recommendation, so thank you so much for being so wonderful. But yeah, Sydney Grace multichromes are no joke. I see they have kind of an interesting thing where they have like some cream pigment multichromes, which look a little less special to me. I know special is not a good describing word. They just look like a little more toned down. Like, I think, what did Theresa call a diet multichrome when she talks about multichromes that aren't as impactful? They were kind of a diet multichrome, but their pressed powder pigments, yeah, those are pretty unreal, pretty otherworldly, like absolutely incredible. They have a blue to greeny shift one, a purple to pinky shift one, then kind of like a pinky to gold to green shift. They're just all so beautiful. This collection as a whole is so nice. I would use any of these, and they are definitely on my wish list because I've heard nothing but good things about Sydney Grace shadows. I also know they're doing a collaboration with Temptalia, Christine of Temptalia, so I'm really interested to see what that palette looks like, because if that palette's good, and if that palette has some multichromes, I might get it, but I don't know. But like I said in my low buy video, don't take me recklessly saying I'm gonna buy things as I'm actually gonna buy things, because I'm on a low buy. But oh my gosh, these shadows are so beautiful. Sydney Grace, man, if you got any other recommendations from them, I'd love to hear them. If you got any opinions on the formula, I'd love to hear them, so definitely leave them in the comments down below, because oh my goodness, these look pretty. Okay, another brand that you guys have recommended to me a bunch, thank you so much, that was super sweet of you, is Terra Cosmetics. Their multichromes are nuts. They are so beautiful. Oh my gosh, they literally look like somebody dipped their fingers into the planet Venus and this is what came up, you know? They are so otherworldly. They're just so pretty. I mean, these shades in particular, Alter Ego has like that pinky to purple to almost teal shift that I really like. You'll see I have a lot of repetitive shades on my wish list here, and that's obviously I would never buy like the same shade from different brands. I'd want to pick like one of each shade from a brand to buy. Like, I wouldn't buy repetitive shades. So I'm putting repetitive shades on my wish list so that you guys can tell me what formula you like the best, and then maybe I'll go with that one. But I don't know. I'm also on a low buy and trying not to buy a lot, so we'll see. But I just think Terra Moon's shades look really exciting. Oh my gosh, that shade Mirage has like a red to gold to green multichrome. What? I mean, they're just so beautiful. Like I said, they're otherworldly and they're so reflective. You can almost see the person taking the picture's reflection in the shades. They're just so pretty. And Terra Moons is a brand I've heard nothing but good things about, and I really, really want to try them. So if you got any shade recommendations, let me know, because I would love to hear them and I would love to try them. Okay, so the last brand I want to talk about, and this is like one of the first multi-chrome indie brands that I ever followed, and that is JD Glow Cosmetics. How could I not talk about JD Glow and talk about single shadows and talk about multi-chromes? I couldn't. It wouldn't be allowed. So for the record, I would buy any of JD Glow's Galaxy shadows. I think they all look beautiful. They all look phenomenal, but I picked a few shades that I think are really just... oh my goodness. So the shade Opal from JD Glow Cosmetics is this beautiful like peach to blue shift, kind of like the shade Glazed from Cleona. It's indescribable. Like, I saw this and it was another one that made my heart skip a beat a little bit. I didn't know quite how to feel. I thought, are these romantic feelings I'm having for this material object? They might be. I'm trying to find the words to describe this shadow without being disrespectful. The waitress doesn't know any other words to the song. Okay, yeah, so the proof is in the picture. Look at it. Look at the shade. It is so beautiful. Do you think my neighbors ever just look through the window and they just see me going like... they're like, what does that woman do in her apartment? You know what? It's none of their business, so hopefully they don't watch. Moving on to the shade Anomaly from the Galaxy Shadows collection from JD Glow. This is another one that's like a teal to purpley shift. Do I need to say anything more about a teal to purpley shift? You guys know how I feel about a teal to purpley shift. They're my favorite colors. They're so beautiful. Literally wearing teal and purple butterfly clips today. So yeah, you know these are my favorite colors. You know these are the colors that my Keebler Elves brain, Treehouse brain is painted. So yeah, of course I want a shade like this. I want to know which company has the best formula, you know? That's kind of what this video was made for. It's made to show you what type of colors I'm interested in adding to my collection, and also to talk about some indie makeup brands that have some beautiful shades and figure out which ones I need to buy first. So yeah, we are reaching the conclusion of the video. I will recenter myself so you know it's the conclusion. And yeah, I feel like I talked about a lot of really beautiful shadows today. I love that Bert has just been hanging out here for the last 10 minutes. But yeah, if you've tried any of these brands, let me know. If you tried any of the shades I talked about today, please leave your review in the comments. I will pin it so that everybody can see it, because oh my goodness, I want to hear your review. I want to hear what an actual customer has felt like. Aren't we all just customers in this big store called life? Yes. Wow, can you tell I've had a lot of coffee and nothing to eat today? But yeah, let me know if you've tried any of these shadows or any of these brands, or if you have any recommendations. If there's anything I talked about that you've tried and is actually not good, please warn me, because I don't want to waste my money. I hate to waste my money. I don't have money to waste. I'm not a rich woman. So please leave me all your thoughts down below. And I thank you so much for watching this video. If you made it to the end and you're not subscribed, what the heck? Let me know why down below. I'm just kidding. Please don't tell me. It'll hurt my feelings. But please subscribe. I post new videos every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, with the occasional Saturday bonus video. And it's a good time over here. Subscribing is free. It's fun. It's fresh. It's good for your skin. So try it out. Why not? Thank you so much for watching. If you want to know any of the products on my face today, I will link them all down below for you. Also down below is a bunch of Black Lives Matter resources. I have petitions to sign, places to donate, and ways to help protesters. So please click on those links if you have the time. Those links are always available in all of my description boxes for you. I thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!